So Avenue Magazine has just come out with their top best neighborhood list for 2023. And today we're going to cover all of them. We know that finding the right community for you, whether you're moving up to another property or you're moving to the city, is really, really important. So join along the video today as we visit these 8 fantastic neighborhoods, as well as in the description, we're going to have links where you can go search for homes in these areas. So go ahead, watch the video, jump in the description, and find your dream home. So we're starting our journey today talking about new urbanism. So new urbanism was an idea, a method back in the 1980s where it all prioritized, the front drive garage detached home. And we've seen these, and it still works for many, but things have changed. Priorities have changed. Able to get out into your community, walk around, see your neighbors, have your front steps to just be there in front of your house is a priority. And the winner for the new urbanist community is Currie Barracks. Currie Barracks was built on a former Canadian Forces base. And that's what you see here. You see remnants of it kind of all over the place as you walk around, drive around. And it really has a focus on the new urbanism, getting out, having front steps, something like no garages on the front. All of those things are fantastic. Well, you probably want to know, how much does it actually cost to get into Currie Barracks? Well, there's still some builders, still building happening here, so you can build a new home. And as for the resale homes, you can expect to spend on average about $677,000. Now, that's all broken out over the last 6 months, and that's the data we're looking at. And for single family homes, your average price is about $1.49 million. Townhomes are sitting around $739,000, and condos will set you back about $425,000 on average. If the Currie Barracks is not your cup of tea and that's not where you're looking, there are honorable mentions that were brought up in the article with Avenue Magazine. And they are Alpine Park, which is a new community down in the southwest part of Calgary, Garrison Woods and Garrison Green, which are also literally in the very similar area, and some beautiful homes in there as well. Mackenzie Town is down in the southeast, and it is an older area but has a very similar idea when it comes to this new urbanism because it also has most of its garages in the back. And last but not least is Walden, which is way down south. If that's what you're looking for, these are some other fantastic communities other than Currie Barracks that you may want to check out. So whether you are flying for fun or for work, choosing where you live as a frequent flyer is really, really important. I mean, you got to have easy access to get around to wherever it is that you're going and to be able to basically enjoy the community as well. And so the winner for the frequent flyer community is Thorncliffe. Now, what you can expect in Thorncliffe is a mix of a lot of probably like 1960s, 70s bungalows, and you're starting to see more infills happening in here too. And so you kind of have a mix of all of these different types of properties that kind of make it very appealing. Not only is it fantastic for getting to the airport and it only being about maybe 15 minutes most, you're still also only maybe 10-15 minutes to get into downtown as well. So if you want to get into the community of Thorncliffe, what you can expect to spend is an average price of about $442,000. On a single family home, it jumps up and that average price is about $540,000. An attached home will set you back about $401,000. A townhome is around $280,000. And for some of the condos here, it's quite affordable at $185,000. If living in Thorncliffe is not what you were expecting or where you want to be, even though you are a frequent flyer, you may want to consider Evanston or Harvest Hills, maybe Saddle Ridge in the northeast, or Winston Heights in Mountain View. These are all the honorable mentions of different communities that you should consider if you are a frequent flyer and need to get to the airport often. So now it comes to young families, and we are standing here in the best voted community for young families, and I can't disagree. I mean, it is a great community. It has a lot of playgrounds that are very inclusive. It has a lot of schools. It has a lot of restaurants and facilities that you can go enjoy, but it also comes with a lot of a budget. And so if you have a budget that you are able to spend a lot more than kind of the average home price, here in Calgary, then this area, Altadore, might be for you. Altadore is a fantastic community, and we've actually talked a lot about it here on our channel. And if you want to get into Altadore, the average price for the community overall is sitting right around $862,000. Now, you can expect to spend about 1.16 if you want to get into a single detached property. If you're looking for an attached home, there's a ton of them around here, and you'll be looking at about $971,000. And for a townhome, you're going to expect to spend about $596,000. And there are some condo options here in Altadore as well, and those will set you back on average about $283,000. Now, if you are looking for something a little bit more affordable when it comes to where you are going to live for your young family, then you might want to consider the honorable mentions that they have: Bowness, Brentwood, Capitol Hill, and Riverbend. Now, if, breaking the bank, and if this is too expensive for you, then these areas I would highly suggest that you go and check out and consider, because I know I've lived in a few of them and they are fantastic for young families. So next on our list is the architecture nerd community. So if you love architecture, if you love being able to just walk around, bike around, I mean, it's pretty hilly here, but if you want to be able to bike around, walk around, and check out some incredible homes, some incredible architecture, and some sprawling lots, from the modern to the cabin feel, to even some that feel like castles up there, I mean, this is where you want to come down to. And where we are right now is Upper Mount Royal. Now, whether you're out taking a stroll, a drive, or you are looking for basically the most luxurious property and neighborhood you can find, this is probably one of those areas. In Upper Mount Royal, you can expect to spend about an average of $1.7 million for a property here. Now, for a single family home, if you take the other stuff out, you're looking at closer to $1.9 million. And over the past 6 months, the highest sale that happened here was about $4.7 million. Now, with that said, there are a few condos, and those average prices are going for about $281,000 here. Now, a few other honorable mentions that we have to mention for other communities for you to check out if you are looking to buy or even just visit some of these incredible communities. Elbow Park, Earlton, Rosedale, and Scarborough are all actually in this area, and all kind of the south part of the inner city part of Calgary. Avenue Magazine voted it as the best community for active seniors. And this southeast community really is that. You have a ton of amenities, a lot of things that you can do, a lot of walking paths, you have a lake, and we are here, like we have been often, in Mahogany. Now, before you skip this section, because it's about seniors, let me tell you, this community here is something that is not just for seniors. Even though Avenue Magazine voted it and it's a winner for the best neighborhood for seniors, especially active seniors, it's really great for families too. There is an area here called Westman Village, and so for those that are active seniors, this is a fantastic community that you need to be checking out and considering if you're trying to find somewhere to live in the future that kind of promotes an active lifestyle. With the amount of amenities, pathways, all of the things that are here, like right behind me, you've got so many shops, you've got so many things that are within walking distance, and it truly is an incredible area for you to consider living in. So if you are an active senior, this might be a place for you. So what you can expect to spend here in Mahogany with an average sale price overall is around $656,000. And for single family homes over the last 6 months, the average price was $807,000. Your attached properties are about $603,000. Townhomes for around $453,000. And condos, the average is $468,000, but the median price is actually $354,000. And the reason is because there have been a few luxury penthouse, 2-story type condos that have sold for about $1.6 and $2.9 million, because, I mean, this place really is attracting a very different type of crowd and a very active senior. Now, if Mahogany is not the place that you're considering as an active senior, the honorable mentions that were in the article are Bridgeland, Inglewood, Oakridge, and Ogden. Now, I have to say some of them don't fully fit the same bill. They all don't have the same amenities as Mahogany does, especially something like Oakridge, where you have a lot of more single family, more estate type houses. So either way, there are some options. Those are some good honorable mentions, and let's head off to the next spot. So if you're anything like me, getting outside is really, really important. I mean, I can't just sit in an office, sit in a house for too long, and getting outside can be something that is so life-giving, right? I think Avenue Magazine nailed this one because Discovery Ridge is the neighborhood that they said is best for the outdoorsy type. What's incredible about Discovery Ridge is that you can go from, you know, suburban neighborhood with, I mean, some stunning properties, right to over here, there's a ton of walking paths, and you literally can just get away, hide away, and get into Griffith Woods. And let me tell you, if you have not experienced Griffith Woods and you don't live here, take a trip, take a day trip, an afternoon, and come down here because you will not be disappointed. Nestled along Highway 8 and right off of Stony Trail here is exactly where Discovery Ridge is. So not only do you have incredible Griffith Woods that you can just disappear in, you're literally a stone's throw away from Kananaskis, and it's really not that far to get out to Canmore and Banff as well. So what can you expect to spend here in Discovery Ridge? Well, the average price overall for the community is $771,000. And for a single family home, a little bit higher, the average is $1.1 million here. And there actually really aren't that many attached properties here because mainly you've got single family homes as well as some complexes with condos and townhouses. So there's really only been one sale over the last 6 months, and it was sold for $651,000. Now, for townhouses, you can see spending around $500,000, and for condos, around $343,000. Are you kidding me? Look at this place. I mean, it is absolutely stunning here. I'm not even joking. Like, this is a Griffith Woods Park right here. And if I turn around, those are houses. And actually right over there are some of the condo buildings as well. So you literally are in nature when you're out here. And I can clearly see why Avenue Magazine voted this as their #1 place for outdoorsy stuff. And there's mosquitoes everywhere. But the honorable mentions that they have here for outdoorsy type of people is Lake Bonavista. And I agree, Lake Bonavista is the original lake community in Calgary. Fantastic area. Lakeview, which is right next to Glenmore Park. Again, great place to get out, explore the city, and a great central hub as well. Silver Springs, you've got all of the valleys that kind of go down to the river there. So again, you can get out really easily. And Wildwood. So those are your areas, your top areas for if you're an outdoorsy type, you gotta check these communities out. So what makes a neighborhood cute? Well, it's not me in it, I'll tell you that. It might be birds chirping. It might be a lot of the historical and, you know, a mix of fantastic homes, like cottage-like homes. Perhaps it's the canopied, tree-lined streets that are perfect for those Instagram shots, and maybe a little bit of boutique and shopping and all of those things intertwined. Well, I want to introduce you Crescent Heights. If you haven't heard of it, it is just north of downtown, and it is cute. Originally built as a village back in 1908, it got incorporated to the city of Calgary shortly after. And in this community, you have a huge mix of beautiful homes, from infills to like large attached, detached, as well as a lot of these cute, small, original, like even sometimes 1920s, 30s, 40s types homes that still exist and people still live in today. With its close proximity to Rotary Park, along with some unique and really a diverse mix of food options along Center Street and different parts of the community, you are gonna really fall in love here. And if living in Crescent Heights is something that you're considering, it is going to cost you about $444,000 on average to get a property here. Now, for a single family home, that jumps up quite a bit more, and you come in at around $754,000. Attached properties are actually $820,000. There's only 3 sales that happen, and it's kind of a mix, right? Usually your single family detached homes are more expensive, but you have to remember, a lot of these are old, small, maybe 900, 1,000 at most square feet, and they're a very different type of property. Now, townhomes are going to cost you about $506,000, and condos are going to set you back about $263,000. Now, as this was the cutest community in Calgary, there are some other honorable mentions. You should check out Ramsey, Renfrew, Sunalta, and West Hillhurst. They all got their own diverse, their mix bag of what they all feel like, but I guess they're all really cute. So if you were trying to look for the best community where you could leave your car and basically just walk, well, the best car-free community is right here in Calgary at University District. Calgary's most walkable neighborhoods aren't just down in the core anymore, and in fact they are kind of outside, and here we are at University District. The main commercial center down here has a lot of shops, a lot of restaurants, and a lot of places for you to consider. You could just basically leave your car and go anywhere you want. With a soon to open Germain Group Alt Hotel right down the street here, this is going to become even more of a hub. There are so many condos that are being built down here, and frankly, it's quite an experience coming down here, because you've got a huge recreational area that in the winter turns into a massive skating rink, and in the summer is just a big playground of field for you to come. With an overall sale price of around $507,000, you aren't going to find any single family homes here. If you want a single family home, you're going to have to go to Varsity, University Heights, or other areas that are close by. For townhouses, you can expect to spend about $643,000, and for condos, it's about $472,000, with the highest sale price recently of being just over $1 million for a condo here. So if University District isn't the area that you are wanting to live in and are considering, you might want to consider a few of these other areas, like Beltline, Cliff Bungalow or Mission, East Village, and Hillhurst and Sunnyside. So remember, in the description, we've got all of these links. You can go search all of the homes for all of the categories that we talked about in today's video. And if you like this video, when you're buying a house, you might want to know what regrets we've had in the past and other clients have had. Head over here and watch that video.